You are Locked On Syracuse, your daily podcast on the Syracuse Orange. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Now let's get into Jyare Davis, who I think is the MVP of the game for Syracuse basketball up until his mistake at the 38-minute mark, really, of this game. Up until that point, best player on the team, wasn't even particularly close. Let's look at the stat sheet real quick for Jyare Davis. First of all, he's coming off the bench. He had 22 points on 7 of 9 shooting, 8 for 11 at the free throw line. Not terrible. It's below 80%, but 8 for 11 is not bad in a long sample, and he played 26 minutes. More importantly, he was on the floor at the end of the game over Donnie Freeman, a move that I agree with Coach Autry on. The thing about Jyare Davis is that he was kind of I'm trying to find a nice way to put this. He admitted it himself that he didn't play particularly well in the exhibition games. He was better in the second one. He actually hit a couple of threes, but he was kind of just there. And I was kind of searching. I was like, this guy was 17-8 over at Delaware. He was 17-8. He was an all-conference player. I know it's Delaware. I get it. But he's a 2-time all-conference player there. He was the leader of that team. Kind of invisible in the first exhibition games, right? Oh, he woke up. He woke up almost immediately. The thing about Jyare Davis, he's 6'7", but he might as well be 7'7". He is so strong inside. Now, maybe it's because they're playing Lemoyne, right? What's going to happen when they play against Duke? Like, the tallest player on Lemoyne is 6'9". I checked their roster. But for now, I think we can all look at Jyare Davis and say, man, he is strong inside. He is a menace. Because that's where most of his shots come from. He can hit the mid-range. We saw his passing ability. Later on in the second half, he had a nice pass to Eddie Lampkin as well. But really what makes Jyare Davis effective is him in the interior. He is very strong, very physical, and what he does is he keeps balls alive. So when there's a rebound, he's a very good rebounder. Again, 17-8 over at Delaware last season. He finished with 12 rebounds tonight. He's 6'7". This is not the tallest guy in the world. 12 rebounds. He is looking really good. If you were to do a stock up, stock down, his stock is definitely up. And if Syracuse had somehow lost this game, I was ready to say, look, every player is about to get chewed out except for Jyare Davis. And maybe Petar Majstorovic, because he was pretty good in the limited minutes he had. But he was really good. Jyare Davis, when he is inside, attacking the paint, going for loose balls, going for rebounds, he is highly, highly effective. And I think he can translate that going forward. Now, let's get to Donnie Freeman. 5-star freshman. What did I see from him? Well, he was up and down. I saw someone online try to compare him to Benny Williams. Stop it. Stop. I know he didn't shoot the ball well tonight. He was 3 of 11 from the field. Looked a little shaky at times. But still gave you 10 points and 11 rebounds in 28 minutes. Is his defense great? Nope. Nope, wasn't that good at all. Was not impressed. But I think what we saw from Donnie Freeman tonight, once again, this is a 5-star player. He was in the starting lineup. This is the best Syracuse basketball recruit since Carmelo Anthony, at least ranking-wise. This was the 6th overall player in the country in the class of 2024. Okay, so it's different expectations for a guy like Donnie Freeman. We expect him to be a contributor right away, and I think what we saw from him tonight was his floor. I don't think he had the best game. He was sloppy with the ball, particularly in the beginning. He had a couple of turnovers. But he still gave you 10 points and 11 rebounds in 28 minutes. That's a pretty good floor. I don't think we have seen the best from Donnie Freeman. That's the most optimistic way to look at it. We have not seen the best from him. Did he play super poorly? No. But it was definitely a floor type of game. I would love to see what he does against Colgate. Will we maybe see his ceiling? Maybe he hits a couple of those jumpers. He struggled from outside the paint. He even struggled inside the paint. There were a couple of times where he missed a couple of layups. But I don't think we've seen the best from Donnie Freeman. I'm still optimistic that he is going to be a highly, highly effective player for Syracuse basketball. And I hope we can enjoy him because I think he's going to be an NBA player. And I think he's going to be an NBA player next season. So let's enjoy him while we got him, right? So overall, when you look at the front court rotation, Eddie Lampkin had a lot of foul trouble in this game, particularly. Not a lot, but he had foul trouble early in this game, 2 fouls quickly in the first half. We didn't see Naheem McLeod at all. I think that was more of a coach's decision. We'll see what Coach Autry says, if he says anything about it, but that was probably a coach's decision. They're more than capable going with Donnie Freeman and Jyare Davis in the front court. They can do that. And Petar Majstorovic, he can play a little bit too. They're good. They got solid front court depth. Obviously, Chris Bell as well is in that front court too. They're good there. They're fine in the front court. Jyare Davis looks really good. Donnie Freeman, I think we saw his floor. Just wait until we hit it. We see his ceiling when he starts hitting that jumper. For now, I would like him to attack inside, but when he hits that jumper, he gets going, we're in good shape with Donnie Freeman.